What's going on, y'all? This is Chris Saunders, aka CSProductions.29. You are loved, you are valued, and you are appreciated. Coming straight home from work, I was in the office today. I've been waiting all day for this. I saw yesterday that it was premiering, I believe, last night at midnight, early this morning. And I was like, I'm so excited. I know the world's probably already reacted to this, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna get this first listen. So this was one of the key songs when I looked at the mixtape that he's dropping, I believe on the 16th. This is one of the songs I was really honed in on. Like, wow, NF and Hopsin are finally collabing. And so I didn't realize that he was gonna drop this as a single early. And so we're gonna check out Lost by NF featuring Hopsin. And a couple things I'm curious about, just because Hopsin is a crazy talented, amazing artist that's very, introspective and deep, has a lot of depth to his music most of the time. But he also uses a lot of colorful language, and NF doesn't. And so I remember seeing Hopsin posted a trolling video, as he likes to do here and there, as saying how NF was going to be like cursing this and doing all that, but just trolling. I'm curious how this song will be. So without further ado, I'm going to really try to focus in on this one because I am excited. These two, I believe this is the first time that they're paired up together. And so let's dive into Lost by NF featuring Hopsin. What movie is this? Hold up. Why are we in like 360p? What is going on? Yeah, let's do the 1440. Okay, here we go.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat, and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish.
Okay, a couple of things. First of all, we know he makes movies. He doesn't write songs. He's got his balloons, right? His balloons have always been a trend within his videos. And I believe his balloons have kind of been like his stress, his depression, his baggage, just things that are going on in life. And so help me out if that's not right. But I've noticed, excuse me, he's got his balloons in this video, but then he said self-awareness, pride's a coat, and yes, I like to wear it. So he's like, pride's a coat, I like to wear it, but then buttoned up, don't like to let no air in. So I'm curious if he's talking about like, I know I'm good, I know I can be prideful, but I like to keep it buttoned up, and you know, whether it's professional, not just like showboat, but he says, don't like to let no air in. And then what he say, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. Let's go back 5 seconds.
To wear it, buttoned up, don't like to let no air in, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them, and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost.
Oh, he's just said, well, I'm lost. That's crazy. So he's talking about on this game, what he say, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. So I discovered though when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. And it just seems like to me it's tying into this, just the balloon themes of like kind of his baggage. And he's saying he likes to keep things internal, but when he lets joy in, you know, he's in higher spirits. And my mistakes are like a screaming parrot, and is probably up here mentally is what he's talking about. Screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm, and then he's saying when I'm lost. Let's go back again. I'm excited.
Gloves that I hope doesn't perish.
Yep.
I discovered though when I get holes in them, and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made the
I'm gonna try not to pause it too much, but when he talks about it here, he says, road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. And so NF comes from a faith background, and I believe has been vocal about his faith and even things he struggled with, but being a Christian. And the narrow road is talked about within the Bible. I believe like narrow is the road that leads to life. And so I think, you know, in my mind, he's not only talking about using a narrow road here, but then also looking down at like a gun's barrel, which often can be, that's a dangerous situation, right? But then I think he could be referencing, whether it's been suicidal thoughts, stress, or depression, where he may have quite literally been looking down a gun's barrel, but then also tying into just the road is narrow. Narrow is the road that leads to life, and from a biblical reference. And then tying it up here with, aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? And so it seems like he's tying in a lot of different things there that's deep.
Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish, because we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. As a person who canvas, the pain can be flat. I get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadows. But something on that up, I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I thought.
We're going to pause there. He said so much there. It's crazy. I mean, I'll touch on the first part where he was talking about the scarecrows. We place all these different scarecrows in our lives where we get defensive. It's like we want to fend off the people, just be defensive about our lives, be closed in, and put off this perspective that, we're tough or we're not struggling or things like that. Scarecrows are designed to scare off, predators and prey, right, for farmers. But then also he mentioned where it's like often we scare off the people that we need in our life to help support us or get us on the straight path. And then towards the end, he talked about, where was it, being over dramatic. Something don't add up. I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. And I think, again, he's talking about there just the mental health, the suicide rates that have increased. It's obvious that humans are fragile and we need people to support us. Then we tend to get mad at the ones that call us out. But the fact is, we need someone that will be honest when we fly off the handle. And that's where he's talking about. I've mentioned it several times on this channel about community. We need people that'll speak life into us and are sincere and true and help us get back on track. Oh, man. He said so much. He had a crazy fast flow, but don't miss it. Don't miss it.
We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits been off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rent, I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to
My intent is not to rent, I like to own what I value. Oh, man, it's crazy. I think he's talking about there, not only literally what he's saying, but then I like to own what I value. I'm sure he's talking about where he talked about community here. Really, he likes to own up to the things that he struggles with. That's his music has been that, right? My intent is not to rent, maybe borrow flows, borrow ideas. I'm maybe stretching there, but I think that could tie into this as well. I like to own what I value. I like to own and come up with my own things and own the things that I value.
In the saddle, my intent is not to rent, I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really want to do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss. And pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws, they told me I can never revolve. Then pull a bane on them, ask them, oh, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. I'm flawed, the traits that I want, they say I can't afford what it costs, but
Oh, man, I didn't want to stop that flow, but he touched on so many different things. Like, I love to perform for people, to people. I love to fill arenas. I love to do all of these crazy things. But really, man, really, I would just like to be able to control my thoughts. I'd like to control the craziness that's going on over here. And he just followed it up with bars and lines here, just talking about how he could really emphasize controlling his thoughts and put the reins on him, show him I'm the one that's the boss, and pull him back when they get out of hand. I'm breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws. They told me I could never evolve. Then pull a bane on him, ask him, oh, you think you're in charge? Oh, man, just a crazy flowing scheme. Let's see where he's going.
I ought to know better, ain't no way around it. I'm flawed, the traits that I want, they say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it, cause when you fail, just know that it's a test. And if you can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist, it's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah, when I'm lost. When I'm lost, when I'm lost, when I'm lost.
Yo, that was dope. I don't know if you could hear over the music there, but I was like, there are more balloons. Like, is he just going and chasing like down a bad path or going after more balloons, more stress, more baggage, etc. And you know, out in the middle of nowhere, he's lost in this treacherous place on a mountaintop. It's freezing, but the balloons uncovered Hopsin, and I imagine Hopsin's gonna go into some of his baggage and things he's struggled with. Oh, that was tight. Oh, that gets me hyped.
I'm lost when I'm lost.
Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully.
Hey.
My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy.
Hey.
Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grit. And they all wanna see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulders ready for most drugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. Hold up. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having
Hold up, just the whole flow that he is riding this beat while he's really just emphasizing the scheme of people have said they've been in his corner, but really they'd smile, they'd grin if he stumbled, you know, if he stumbled back into his sins. I'm not a rapper though, but oh man, that flow is just crazy. He's just talking about, you know, like he said, my shoulders ready for more shrugs. I'm going to judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Just that, oh, the word flow, just the, what is it? Alliteration. Oh, man, that's good. We're going back 10 seconds.
plans to go nuts. My shoulders ready for most drugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having this sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? It's kinda funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every
We're going to go back there because he touched on a few things. One, he touched on his family, and I don't know if you know much about Hopsin, his story, but through really just the ill mind, he's talked about some of the struggles he's had with his families and different things dealing there, which was a deep line. But I really thought it was cool, just the pocket where he's talking about, I was living so oblivious with millions. It was really a pity, huh? It's kind of funny what a penny does mixed in with the mini buzz, and just talking about like really just chasing money as well as you could say drugs, alcohol, etc. To get the mini buzz, and just how it can change you as a person, as an individual, when you're really just chasing that fame. But then he's talking about just really how he's, after doing that, really struggling in life. Life's got me by the neck with the blade against it. Guess I was running late for the train and missed it. We were talking about earlier just how we need community and the people to put us back on track. I didn't know there was going to be a train reference, but literally, I mean, that's what he's talking about there. I would say the only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'm going to act out like a raging misfit. We're going to go back. This is crazy.
mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list. Cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid.
Hey.
I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost.
That was crazy. That was just dope with both of them. I mean, talking several things. I mean, even Hopsin's been vocal. I don't know where he's at now, but over the past few years, I know he's had different struggles or gone through different journeys. And I know he released a video a couple months ago, I believe, where he's saying like he's mentally in a great state, and so he's going to produce or release some music. So don't worry, because a lot of the music that came out was when he was really struggling mentally over the past couple of years when he went to, I think he went to Thailand. But I know even in 5, 6, 7 years ago, he's talked about, you know, his challenges with really faith, religion, Christianity, etc., God. But when he talks about here, just like, don't treat me like someone adolescent kid. I'm praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he going to add my testament. That's a dope line. And I think even particularly with the book of James, just some of the topics there, which is like faith in deeds, just like taming the tongue is really key topic, submitting to God, your life to God, and not doing deeds to really like earn God's approval, but by following God, you end up doing good deeds, right? And then also just like so many different things within the book of James. What is it also? I mentioned Timothy the Tongue as well. It's just like really perseverance through trials as well. And so when he's talking about here within, I'm praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he's going to add my testament. Hopsin's deep. And so I think he's clearly, obviously referencing some of those key topics, I would say, within the book of James, but then also here saying like, add my story to it as well on this journey that I'm going through. And then he talks about this dark cloud that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let him in. Something that's talked about within the Bible as well. I done made mistakes day to day. You probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. And so, oh man, this is so good.
I don't have to let him in. I done made mistakes day to day. You probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost.
Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Oh, more balloons?
When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Uh-oh. It's like there are bodies everywhere, I guess. That's what I'm saying. If where there were balloons, there was Hopsin, then it's like, and that last shot, all those different balloons, there are bodies buried everywhere where people are buried in their thoughts, they're lost, struggling with mental, just things going on mentally, depression, just life, the challenges in life that happen, and just need a great community to surround you with and just put you back on track through the challenges. Just, we weren't made to be alone. We weren't made to go through life and to be alone. So, oh man, I'm so excited for this song. I'm so excited for this mixtape. Just what a great song. And I guess to answer the question, I could have missed it. I don't think so, because I had the lyrics pulled up in front of me as well. But Hopsin didn't use colorful language. And so I guess NF was probably like, hey, brother, I want to do this song. I know you said you want to do the song together as well, but we got to keep it, no colorful language. So looks like he did that. And I'm going to listen to that again. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. What were some of the key lines and thoughts? Did you think I was on point with some of those things? Wasn't trying to stop it a lot, but it was just, hey, breaking it down, and there are just so many awesome things. But let me know what you thought in the comment section down below with some of the key lines, if there are some things I missed. I know when I go back to edit this video, there are going to be some things where I'm like, oh yeah, no, that was a dope line, that was hard, I missed that, or it came late. And so just overall, just a great song. That's Lost by NF featuring Hopsin. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.